Hello my dear students and welcome to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Shagufta Jaipuri and we are doing part 3 of acids, bases and salts for ICSE class 10. In this video lesson we will be talking about the preparation and properties of acids as well as bases. And in our next video we will be talking about indicators and then about salts. So let's go ahead with the preparation and properties of acids and bases. So first we'll do preparation of acids and bases. So let's go ahead with acids first. So here you can see that acids can be prepared from non-metals. So if you take a non-metal and react it with hydrogen, you form an acid. So here you can see that chlorine and iodine are non-metals. So when they react with hydrogen, it forms H2 and Cl2 forms HCl, then you balance it, and H2 plus I2 forms Hi and then you balance it. So this type of a reaction is also known as direct combination reaction because hydrogen gas is directly combined with chlorine gas to form HCl, which is an acid. So this is how acids are formed from non-metals. Now let's see how bases are formed. Now, since acids are formed from non-metals, bases are formed from metals. You can see that whenever metal reacts with oxygen, here you had seen that non-metal was reacting with hydrogen. Here, metal is reacting with oxygen to form base. Okay. So, you can see here sodium metal and magnesium metal. They are reacting with oxygen to form sodium oxide. Now sodium oxide is metal oxides. We know that metal oxides are base. Okay. So basically it is forming a basic oxide. So metal reacts with oxygen to form base, which is a basic oxide. So Na plus O2 forms Na2O and Mg plus O2 forms MgO. So acids and bases are formed by direct combination of non-metal and hydrogen to form acid, metal and oxygen to form base. Now let's see how acids are formed from acidic oxides. Acidic oxides dissolve in water to give an acid. Okay, so acidic oxide and water gives you an acid. Let's see. Here you can see carbon dioxide, CO2. Carbon is a non-metal. So non-metal oxides are acidic oxides. Okay. So see here, carbon, sulfur is a non-metal. Here phosphorus is a non-metal. So carbon dioxide and water reacts to form H2CO3, which is carbonic acid. SO2 and water combines to form H2SO3, which is sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. SO3 plus water combines to form sulfuric acid, and P2O5, that is phosphorus pentaoxide or diphosphorus pentaoxide, reacts with water to form phosphoric acid. Okay, phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4. So this is how acidic oxide, that is non-metal oxide, reacts with water to form acids. Now let's see how bases are formed. Bases are formed from basic oxides. So basic oxides, which are soluble obviously, dissolve in water to give base, that is alkali. So basic oxides like K2O, Na2O, what is this? These are metallic oxide. We know metallic oxides are basic in nature. So this metallic oxide react with water to form base, which is alkali. So here you can see that K2O and H2O give KOH, which is an alkali, and Na2O and water gives NaOH, which is an alkali. Now active metals, metals that are high in the activity series like potassium, okay, they react directly with water to form base, that is an alkali KOH, and hydrogen gas is released. So you can say that basic oxides react with water to form base, which are alkalis. Even the active metals like potassium reacts directly with water to form base and hydrogen gas. Now let's see one more method of formation of acids and base. First we'll see from salts. So here this is very interesting, non-volatile acids. What are non-volatile acid? Which do not form vapor easily. and what are volatile acid which forms vapor easily. So non-volatile acids like the sulfuric acid, okay, non-volatile acids on heating, okay, so if you heat these with salts of more volatile acids displaces the more volatile acid. Now what does it mean? See, this is sulfuric acid which is a non-volatile acid. Okay. Now when it is heated with salts of more volatile acid, now this is KNO3, potassium nitrate and NaCl. Okay. So potassium nitrate is a salt of which acid? HNO3, and HNO3 is a volatile acid. So now this NaCl, how NaCl is formed? From which acid it is formed? It is formed from HCl, right? From HCl NaCl is formed. So this is a volatile acid. So you can say that these two are salts which are formed from volatile acids. So now read it very carefully. Non-volatile acids like these on heating with salts of more volatile acid like this displaces the volatile acids. So now from these the volatile acids will be formed. So here what is written? Normal salt plus sulfuric acid will form acid salt. Now what is acid salt? A salt that contains extra hydrogen. So here if you see KNO3 reacting with H2SO4. Okay. So this potassium when displaces one of the hydrogen only, not both, because how acid salts are formed we have studied earlier, by partial replacement of hydrogen. So if it replaces only one hydrogen, it will form KHSO4, right? This is an acid salt because it has one hydrogen. And now what is remaining? This and one hydrogen. So it will form HNO3, which is a volatile acid, displaced volatile acid. And this was the acid which had formed this salt, KNO3. Right? Hope you have understood. Now let's do the second one. See, NaCl. This is a normal salt which is formed from which acid? HCl. So this NaCl will give you the formation of HCl. So this normal salt when react with a more volatile salt like H2SO4, okay, by partial replacement of this, it will form an acid salt. So Na, one H is gone, so NaHSO4, sodium bisulfate. Okay, and what is remaining? One H is remaining and Cl is remaining. So it will form HCl. So here NaCl plus H2SO4 will give you NaHSO4 plus the displaced acid. So this is how these acids are formed, HNO3 and HCl. I hope you have understood this very well. Now let's see how bases are formed. Now bases are also formed from salts. So aqueous solution of salts with a strong base. Okay, salts with a strong base precipitates the base. Okay, which type of a base? A metallic hydroxide. Now let's see. We have taken here two salts, AlCl3 and FeSO4. Okay, and we have taken a strong base, that is NaOH. We all know that NaOH is a strong base. So when these salts react with a strong base, it will form a normal salt and the precipitated basic hydroxide. So here I am writing this again, this AlCl3. Okay, when it reacts with NaOH, what will happen? This aluminum will replace this sodium and it will form AlOH thrice, because the valency of aluminum is 3, so that is why aluminum OH thrice. So there is an exchange of ions. Now chlorine and Na will react to form NaCl. So here you can see that it has precipitated a base. Okay, this is a base which is a metallic hydroxide and a normal salt. And then you balance it. I have not balanced. So you can see AlCl3 plus NaOH has formed NaCl and AlOH thrice. Now FeSO4 plus NaOH, what it will form? Now Fe and Na will exchange. So it will form FeOH twice, okay, and Na2SO4. sodium and sulfate ions will form. So this is the precipitated basic hydroxide, and here AlOH3 is the precipitated basic hydroxide. I hope you have studied how acids are formed from salts and how bases are formed from salts. Now let's go ahead with the formation of acids and bases by oxidation of nonmetals and by decomposition of salts. So let me tell you first how acids are formed by oxidation of nonmetals. So non-metal example, sulfur. So if a non-metal like sulfur is oxidized by concentrated nitric acid. So if you take a very strong oxidizing agent like concentrated nitric acid, okay, what happens is it will oxidize this sulfur to directly form sulfuric acid. So it will form H2SO4 plus water plus nitrogen dioxide, means nitrogen and 2 oxygen, nitrogen dioxide. Now just balance it. If you make 2 here, so 6 NO2, 6 HNO3, twice water. Now let's see how bases are formed by decomposition of salts. Heat on certain carbonates or nitrates. So whenever you take any nitrate or a carbonate and heat it, it gives a base, that is basic oxide. Example, PbO from PbNO3 twice. So if you take lead nitrate, that is PbNO3 twice, and you heat it, you will form lead oxide. This lead oxide, this is metal oxide. So metal oxides are what? Basic in nature. That is why we are forming base here. So from metal nitrate, we are forming metal oxide. Okay. Plus it will form nitrogen dioxide and it will form oxygen. Now you just have to balance it. So twice, there are 4 nitrogen. So now I hope you have understood how acids are formed by oxidation of non-metals. So when you add a strong oxidizing agent with non-metal, it forms the acid. Okay. Here by decomposition of salts like nitrate or carbonates to form their oxides. Okay. So oxides are basic. So that is how you form base. Yeah, now let's go ahead to the properties of acids and bases. So first let's talk about the physical properties. Now acids are sour, whereas bases are bitter. We all know that. Acids, like the mineral acids like HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, they are highly corrosive. Here also the caustic alkalis like KOH, NaOH are highly corrosive. Now, acids turns blue litmus red, whereas bases turns red litmus blue. So let's quickly go ahead now to the chemical properties of acids and bases. So when we are talking about chemical properties of acids, we are basically testing for the presence of hydronium ions in the solution, because the acidic properties are shown because of the presence of hydronium ions only. So let's see. First is neutralization reaction, which gives a test for hydronium ions. So acids neutralizes bases to give salt and water only. So here you can see copper oxide, metal oxide. So metal oxides are what? Basic. So this is base. So when this base react with this acid, sulfuric acid, it forms salt, that is copper sulfate and water. So this reaction in which a base and an acid reacts to form salt and water is known as neutralization reaction. Let's see one more reaction. This is the basic reaction. We have been seeing it so many times, that when a base, strong base like NaOH, reacts with strong acid like HCl, it will form salt, that is NaCl, and water. Let's go on to the second property, that is reaction of active metals and acid. Now what happens when active metals react with acid? So acids react with active metals like magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron to liberate hydrogen gas. So whenever any active metal reacts with dilute acid, it will liberate hydrogen. So let's take few examples. Let me take magnesium for example. So magnesium plus HCl gives which salt? It will form MgCl2 and hydrogen will be released. just balance this. There are 2 chlorine. Okay. Now let's take zinc. Let me take some another acid like H2SO4. When zinc reacts with H2SO4, it will form a salt ZnSO4 and hydrogen gas will be released. Now let's see the reactions of chlorides, nitrates, bicarbonates and carbonates with acids. Now the less volatile acids displaces the more volatile acid on heating with salt. So if we take any salt and any acid, okay, so this less volatile acid, this acid one will be less volatile acid, it will displace more volatile acid from salt 1 and it will form salt 2 and acid 2. Let's see. So here the less volatile acid, acid 1, displaces the more volatile acid from salt 1, okay, on heating with salt. So here if you take an example of H2SO4, when it is heated with a salt at less than 200 degrees Celsius, then it will form NaHSO4, that is sodium bisulfate and another acid. So any salt and acid will form another salt and another acid. Now we will take one more example. Now again H2SO4 is there, concentrated H2SO4, when it reacts with sodium nitrate. So this salt and this acid reacts to form another salt and another acid. So it will replace this HNO3 from this salt. So it will form NaHSO4 and this HNO3 is displaced. Now when dilute H2SO4 reacts with sodium bicarbonate, then what happens? Another salt, that is sodium sulfate, is formed and this acid, carbonic acid, is released. So here if you see this reaction, actually it is forming Na2SO4, water and CO2, which combines readily to give H2CO3. Now taking another acid, that is dilute HCl. When dilute HCl reacts with Na2CO3, it forms NaCl, water and CO2, and this water and CO2 again forms carbonic acid. So this is how an acid reacts with any salt and displaces the acid from this salt. So the first salt displaces which acid? If you see NaCl, so it should give HCl. So here you are seeing HCl. The other salt is NaNO3, so it should give HNO3. Next salt is sodium bicarbonate, so it has to give this carbonate, so it will form carbonic acid. Here also, whether it is bicarbonate or carbonate, it will give carbonic acid. Okay, so this is how a salt and an acid gives another salt and another acid. So now let's talk about chemical properties of bases. So in bases, we will test for the presence of hydroxyl or hydroxide ion in the solution. So alkalis react with ammonium salts on heating to liberate ammonia. So a less volatile base, that is base 1 like NaOH, displaces the more volatile base like NH4OH on heating. So when base 1 like NaOH, which is a less volatile base, when it reacts with ammonium salts, it will form more volatile base and salt 2. So basically what happens is when NH4Cl is reacting with NaOH, it is forming NaCl, that is sodium chloride, and it is forming ammonia and water, which reacts quickly to form NH4OH. Now you should remember here that base 1 is less volatile and base 2 is more volatile. So a less volatile base displaces a more volatile base from the salt. Now you can see alkalis react with certain metallic salt solution to precipitate insoluble hydroxide. So metallic salt, when reacts with alkali, it forms insoluble hydroxide and salt 2. So here you can see a metallic salt, copper chloride. So which is metal here? Copper. So when a metallic salt reacts with a base or alkali, it will form another salt, an insoluble hydroxide, which is copper hydroxide. Now wherever there is an insoluble hydroxide means it will precipitate. So since it is copper, so it will form a blue precipitate. So when iron chloride react with base, so when alkali or base, this is an alkali because it is soluble in water. So when this reacts, when alkali react with certain metallic salt, so this is metallic salt, it forms a precipitate. So here you can see FeOH3, which is an insoluble hydroxide. So since it is an Fe, it will show red brown precipitate. So when an alkali react with a metallic salt solution, it will form another salt, an insoluble hydroxide, which will precipitate. See here, this is an alkali. When it react with metallic salt solution, that is zinc sulfate, it will form another salt, sodium sulfate. Okay, sodium sulfate and insoluble metal hydroxide. So zinc hydroxide is precipitated. So whenever you are precipitating something, you have to draw a down arrow. Okay, now zinc hydroxide, we know the zinc metal will precipitate a gelatinous white PPT. Okay, so these alkalis react with metallic salt to form insoluble hydroxide and another salt. So this is how the alkalis react with metallic salt. So students, this was all about the properties and reactions of acids as well as base. In our next video, we will be talking about indicators, and in the coming video, we will be talking in detail about salts. So if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and write in the comment box if you have any suggestions or any queries. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and tap on the bell icon. And please share our videos with all your friends and keep the learning on. Thank you.